Okay, my friends, welcome. In this next series here, we want to be able to solve and evaluate just like we did with the graphs, but we want to be able to do it with story problems. And so here in this problem, we're going to kind of combine everything together, and I'm hoping things will slowly begin to kind of make sense. So let's just go ahead and get started. A rental company charges customers an initial charge plus a daily charge. Daily means constant, right? Means that it's going to happen constantly. They're going to be charging by a certain amount every time, so we know we're going to have to use linear equations. The initial charge is $30, so you know your y-intercept, your initial charge, your starting value, okay, that they're going to charge you is $30. Okay, and the daily charge, well, this is another word for the constant rate that they're charging you, is $25. Okay. Now, let's see. And this is actually true, believe it or not. If you go to another airport or your family has ever gone to vacation and you want to rent a car, this is generally true. They generally charge you about $20 or $25 a day, depending on the niceness, the wonderfulness of the vehicle. So it turns out the rental company charged Jacob $180. Create an equation that can be used to find the number of days X Jacob rented the car. So first of all, we want to create an equation, and second of all, we want to determine, well, how many days did Jacob have to rent the company car for them to charge him $180? So first things first, they tell us X, so I guess we'll use that. X says the number of days X, so X is number of days. And I guess we'll let Y, and Y, it could be any variable, be the total charge of renting car. The total charge of renting the car. Okay, so we know when we write our equation, well, how much are they going to initially charge you? They're going to initially charge you 30, so 30 plus, and then how much are they charging you after that every single day? Well, 25, so 25 times X. And if you were to make a table, okay, if you wanted to, you know when X is 0, before you even start, you're going to be charged $30. The next day, they're going to charge you what? Well, $25. So 30 plus 25, okay, is 55. Then the second day, we're going to add 25 again, right? 55, 65, 75, and we're going to get 80. I don't know why, but for some reason I can't trust myself right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, okay, 80. And then the third day we're going to add 25 and we're going to get 105, and we can keep doing this all the way until we get to 180. But there's no point. We can make an equation. Here it is. So here's our equation, done. Now we want to find out, well, and it didn't say, but I want to say, well, the rental company charged Jacob $180. We want to find the number of days. So for example, the company charges him $180. We want to find how many days it took. Well, the 180 represents Y. So plug in 180 in for the Y. And we can solve this. Well, subtract 30 to both sides. We always want to get rid of any addition or subtraction first, just like we did in the previous video. 180 minus 30 is 150 is equal to 25x. Let's bring it over here. So 150 is equal to 25 times x. Okay, now let me ask you this question. Well, what do we want to do next to solve this? Well, my friends, very, very simple. All we have to do is divide by 25, because it's multiplying. Just divide by 25, and 150 divided by 25 is 6. So x is equal to 6. What does that mean? Well, it means it took 6 days for Jacob to be charged $180. Okay. And if you were to do this table and fill it out, if you don't believe me, do it all the way until you get to 6, and you'll notice it will be $180. So he rented the vehicle for 6 days. Okay, my friends, let's get to another one. Let's get some story problems that involves me. Mr. AC put a hoodie and started rapping in the hallway. At first, there was only 2 minutes there. The word was spreading. We had a new student show up every minute. The hallway can only hold 100 students maximum. Create an equation that can determine how many students show up to listen to Mr. AC rap at the 10 minutes. How long will it take until the hallway reaches a maximum amount of 100 students? Oh, that's so filthy. Okay, so first things first. We have this scenario and we want to create an equation. So, all right, well, let's see. At first, this is a key. At first, it was only 2 students. So that tells me that's my starting value. So I guess I'll go ahead and do x is equal to, well, is it every hour, every day? What is the time? Well, every minute. So this is number of minutes. Okay. And we'll let y be, well, what's happening every minute? Well, a new student is showing up. So we'll say number of students. Okay. So if it's helpful, we can define our variables and we're going to get y is equal to, well, how many students have shown up to start with? Well, there was 2 initially, so 2 plus, and then how many is showing up every minute? Well, a new student, so 1, so 1 times x. So we have this equation, y is equal to 2 plus 1x, if you want to do that with a little multiplication. So create an equation, done. How many students showed up to listen to Mr. AC rap after 10 minutes? Well, x represents minutes, so plug the 10 in for x and we get y is equal to 2 plus 1 times 10. 1 times 10 is 10, so we get y is equal to 2 plus 10, which is 12. So we know without a doubt we had 12 students show up after 10 minutes. Okay. Now, did I need to create an equation? No, I didn't have to. I could have made a table. It would have took a lot longer, but okay. Before anything, initially when x is 0, there was 2. And then after 1 minute, we're going to add another student, so 3. And then 4. And you can do this until you get to 10 minutes. But I'm just showing you, here's a shortcut. All right, how long will it take until it reaches its maximum amount of 100 students? So pretty much there is 100 students showed up. We want to find how many minutes have passed by. We'll plug the 100 in for the y. So we got y is equal to 2 plus 1x. We put the 100 in for the y. Replace the y for 100. We get 2 plus 1 times x. Well, this 2, is it positive or negative? Positive. So all we have to do is just subtract 2 to both sides. Kapuya. And we get 98 is equal to 1 times x. Well, 1, we don't have to divide 1 to both sides because 98 divided by 1 is just 98, right? So when you see the 1x, there's no need to divide it out. We just get 98 is equal to x. Okay, why does that make sense? Well, what's 1 times 2? It's 2. What's 1 times 3? 3. What's 1 times 4? 4. What's 1 times x? It's just x. So notice there's always like this invisible 1. It was there when we wrote our equation. No need to do anything to it. There it is. It took 98 minutes. 98 minutes for 100 people to show up. And think about how nice it was to use our equations to solve a problem like this without having to make a table all the way to the 100 term. Okay, let's check this out one last time. Here's a, well, I'll let you try to figure this one out. And if you need help, you can call me over. I think what I like to do is finish this problem here. I think it's kind of a cool problem. So if A comma B, A comma B, basically when your x value is 8, we want to find the y value. So this line would just go on forever. And we want to find what this y value is. Instead of being y, they just labeled it b. Again, I told you the letters don't matter, but we always know that this is the x and then over here is the y and b is just some number. Okay, is a solution to the equation. We're trying to find that solution. What is the value of b? Well, how do we find that? Well, first things first, I need to make an equation. And here's a good thing to ask yourself. What is your starting value? Well, my starting value is 4. It's your y-intercept, okay? Now, we want to find, well, what's next? Well, we want to find our constant rate of change. How much are we subtracting by? Well, this is where we find our slope. We pick 2 points which are given to us here. Okay, notice though that this graph is going by 2s, 2, 4. So when we go over 1, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 12 over. Now, are we going up or down? Well, we're going down. So you know this is negative 12, okay? It's negative because we're going down. It's decreasing. And then how much are we going over? Don't think of this to be 1, 2. Remember, the axes are going by 2. So this is 2, 4. So negative 12 over 4. Well, what's negative 12 divided by 4? Negative 3. So we get minus 3x. Okay? And there it is. We got our equation. So now if we want to find the y value, we'll just plug in 8 in for x. So y is equal to 4 minus 3 times 8. So y is equal to, well, what's 3 times 8? 3 times 8 is 24. But notice there's a negative there. So we got 4 minus 24. Y is equal to, we get, use your calculator, or if you can do it mentally, we get negative 20. Okay, there it is. And 3 times 8 is 24. Is it? Yes. I don't know how to multiply my numbers, my friends. 8 plus 8. Well, remember, it's a shortcut for multiplication. So 8 plus 8 is 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm golden. See, all I do is just add the 3. See? Oh my goodness, my friends. Think about how you can do these problems. So go ahead. That concludes this video. Go ahead and try this one out here, my friends, and see what you can accomplish.